Greetings, some grounding souls. Welcome you guys to my backyard in South Florida, and I'm coming to you on this awesomely hot Thursday afternoon. It's hard to believe it's Thursday, but thank you, Lord, for another day. And guys, before I get started on my message, I just want to take a quick moment and thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thanks to those who find my content very helpful, and for those who leave comments and share and like and subscribe. I appreciate you helping me with my growth. Remember, these messages are all based on my own personal experience. They are based on my own interpretation on situations that I have dealt with, and perhaps if it's a challenge, if it's something that I've overcome in that challenge and situation, I just like to spend moments just sharing, so perhaps someone else can learn and learn how to apply and to have a better outcome or result. So one of the my message today actually has to do with unconditional love, and I know that all of us listening to my voice at some point of your life, right, or in your existence or your experience right now today, you may be experiencing unconditional love, and if you're not, then it's something that you desire. It's something that all of us as human beings at some point of our life we do desire this thing called unconditional love. So I was thinking about it more and more, and I was asking myself, I said, Janice, self, what does that mean? What is unconditional love? What does that mean to you, Janice? And I thought about it more and more, and it was just having a little hard time dissecting it for my own self. So, like I would always do, is I did a little bit of research, and the first thing I did do is I did go on the dictionary to figure out what exactly I wanted to break it up first, like, so I looked first for the word condition, and we all know what condition means, but I'm going to go ahead and read it anyway. So condition as a noun is a state of something with regards to its appearance, quality, or working order, and that's the noun. A verb is condition have a significant influence on or determine the manner or outcome of something. And then it brings something into the desired state of use. So it's kind of, if you think of that, if you think of those sort of words in terms of the way it's used or the way it's broken down from a verb perspective, and that's typically where we would be using this unconditional love word, if you will, or phrase, is, from my estimation, it has no expectation, really. It has no conditions, right? Because condition is something that you hold. A conditional thing has value, or it has expectation, if you will. It's an expectation, really. A condition is an expectation, right? So if you have unconditional love, meaning there are no levels of expectation, or there is no limitations, if you will, there are no boundaries, there are no barriers, going back to no limitations, really. To me, in my way of how I'm analyzing it, that's what it's basically saying to me. So if you do all the research and you Google unconditional love, or you go on YouTube and you look for unconditional love, many times you'll get a whole list of, here are the items to look for to know if you have found unconditional love. And to me, that's also conditions, and that's just the way my brain is telling me. If we have a list of things, then it is all based on a condition, right? I was just trying to think if it makes sense. And so for me, the way I'm thinking of this is, if we are desiring this ultimate unconditional love, why do we have a checklist? Why do we have a checklist for our own selves as well as for the people that we're with? Because usually it is something we desire from someone else, right? We desire it from our own self, and then we desire it from perhaps that spouse, that person that we ultimately want to be in a relationship with, a love relationship with, a love partnership with. And so to me, it's a bit confusing. So I thought about it. I was like, if we are desiring unconditional love, why is there a long checklist of items and things that perhaps we should measure love by? It baffles me just a bit. So the way I think of unconditional love, I think of it as ultimately, right? Because love always starts from us, right? It starts, of course, from your relationship with God, your creator, whomever it is that you believe in, universe, creation, Buddha, whatever it is that you have your belief system with. But to me, that's where true ultimate love starts. Our true love based on no conditions starts, right? It is that relationship with your creator. And I think then it comes into you, the person who holds that love and that torch and that light, if you will. And when you then desire to share that light with someone else, or that vibration or that energy, then you are choosing to share that, or you should choose to share that, regardless of what that person is, or who that person is, or whom that person is. If it is, it could be a pet, it can be your kids, it can be a spouse, your parents, a friendship, whatever it is. But when you apply love, and to me, love in the pure sense of the word love, right, and the energy of love, love should, in my opinion, should be shared without conditions. So technically, we really, as human beings, should not be walking around the existence of, oh, I need unconditional love. Because we are walking around with that checklist in our back pockets, if you will, or our pocketbooks, or our wallets, or whatever. It's here, it's all here. Where we have this list of things that we are desiring so deeply. But those are conditions we're looking for. Those are specific conditions, or a specific list of conditions that we have desire, that somehow will fit the mold of this unconditional love thing that we're looking for. So going back to what I think, and it's just only my opinion, and please keep in mind, I'm no love doctor, I'm no love scientist, I'm no love psychologist, I am no love therapist, I'm none of that stuff. I'm just merely a woman who has struggled most of her life desiring, right, this thing called unconditional love from myself and perhaps from another person. So to me, the way I think of it and the way I desire it and the way I would love to receive it is based on freedom. It should be a freeness. It should be so free and so natural. To me, unconditional love should be as natural as breathing. It should be as natural as the air we breathe. And if we think of love, if we think of the word love within itself, that within itself is so beautiful and so bountiful and so unconditional. It is so, there are no conditions to love, right? There are no conditions to love. And I think over the course of humanity, and over the course of our existence, I can't speak, over the course of our existence living on this planet and in this existence, is what we have done is we have conditioned our mind, we have conditioned our circumstances, and we have conditioned the way we apply and the way we accept love and the way we receive and give love based on conditions. It's always been based on, in modern life, if you will, because of how smart we are and of how evolved we are as human beings. I think we have started to apply love that's so free and it's so given and it's so natural. We have then used conditions to apply it to. So because we have done such a good job applying this love thing, this love energy to conditions, we are on a quest now to somehow change that around. And now we are on this quest to find this unconditional love, this thing that's called unconditional love, when it's always existed. It's always been there for us. The mere idea that we can get up every single day and we can breathe this air, this good prana that we have no ability to pay for. You know, we can just get up every day and we can just open our lungs and we can say, thank you, God, for another day. That to me is unconditional love, right? The fact that we can go to the beaches and the water is there and it's bountiful, that's unconditional love. We can go out in nature and we can just enjoy. We can enjoy everything that's there for us, that's natural, that's accessible to us. That to me is the most truest definition of unconditional love. I don't know how else to say it, but I think we have and we spend and we just really do spend a lot of time on our energy trying to dissect this thing and trying to come up with all these, definitions and all the idioms and everything that applies to what is this unconditional love thing. And I'll simplify it even more, and I'll say, guess what? When you feel it, you'll know it. When you breathe it, you'll know it. When you reach that person who portrays and has that energy that allows you to be free and to feel at home, you'll know that that's unconditional love, because you will be vibing with that same energy, and then you will attract that person who brings that same level of energy back to you. What I do know, what it's not, is love that's based on money, love that's based on status, love that's based on, transactions, transactional love, love that's based on what can I get from you, what can I do for you, or what can I get from you. Those are the things that I know that it's not. But I'm going to stick to what I'm saying, because I truly believe in my hearts of hearts, regardless of what you hear out there and how much everyone is trying to now modernize that new phrase, unconditional love, is knowing that it's always been there for us. It's always been there for us. And it's just that I think we have gotten so skewed in our way of looking at love and the way we share love, that we have now gotten to this place where we have to now try to re-identify and try to re-figure out what unconditional love looks like and feels like. Simply put, get up every single day. Just get up every single day. And once you're up, you're experiencing unconditional love. That's it. To me, that's as simple. What time is it? I need to check the time. Yep, simply put. If you have the ability to get up every single day and breathe and stretch and use your limbs and use your arms and say hi to someone and just touch someone and just share a positive word to someone or to your own self, that's unconditional love. Let's not try to spend a whole lot of time trying to figure it out so much, because I think it's when we start figuring it out and when we start overanalyzing things and when we start being so logical about everything that we make things much more complicated. So I love all of you unconditionally. I have no expectations back, but I would want to encourage you guys to like my channel, subscribe, and to share if this makes sense. Only if it makes sense to you and if you think someone else needs to hear from this, okay? I love all you guys deeply with the love that I have for myself. Many blessings, and stay awesomely, awesomely balanced and grounded. Namaste.